Am I the asshole for only paying for a portion of my son's college, even though we had money from his dead brother's college fund? I, female 58, will always be a mother to my twin sons, Thomas and Sam. In the summer after they graduated, when they were 18, Thomas passed away. I can't even begin to explain how broken I was. At that point, Sam had already accepted an offer to go to an Ivy League school. My husband and I had about $100K each saved up for the boys, but Sam's school was so expensive that the money wouldn't cover it. Before Thomas passed, Sam was fine with taking out student loans to cover the rest. When we lost Thomas, less than 2 months after it happened, Sam asked if he could have the $100K that was set aside for Thomas. I lost it on him. I told him that it was Thomas's money and not his, and it deserved to go to Thomas. This is where I might be the asshole, because Sam could have used that money, but he didn't get a cent of it. To be fair, my husband and I didn't get a cent of it either. We donated it all to various charities against drunk driving in memory of Thomas. That was about 10 years ago. Sam took out student loans, but he's so young and already a very successful lawyer. I believe he's paid off most of the loans by now, possibly all. If it matters at all, my husband and I contributed a significant amount, about $50K, to his law school tuition as well. I thought we were past it, but the other day Sam brought up how unfair it was for me to refuse to give him Thomas's money. We had a tearful argument over it, and now I just don't know what to think. If I could do it again, I still don't think I would give the money to Sam. Does that make me an asshole?
I mean, why couldn't she have just given some of it and then give the rest to charity? That's my thought.
Yeah. I guess it depends on that was like my initial thought too. I'm like, well, like how much did he have to take out in student loans? Because like I know firsthand how burdensome they are, and like it's a miserable weight hanging over your head. So like if his parents had the ability to help him, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like if he only needed to take out $50K extra in student loans, like you said, give him $50K to charity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see how that would be hurtful for him. I don't
he
really
just lost his twin.
Yeah. And like he's just like, this could help out, and it's money that was put aside for him. And if his twin was alive, I have a feeling, I mean, I guess I don't know how close they are, but I have a feeling he might want that to go to his brother. You know what I mean? So I think that's why it's kind of like, that is a really touchy subject. But like, it's not like the thing is, she didn't go and blow it on like some crazy fucking $400,000 purse. You know, like it was something that was in the name of her son who passed away.
Yeah.
And to like feel like she was helping other people prevent that, you know? So like, I don't think anyone's really an asshole. It's just a sticky situation.
No. So I don't know. I'm very torn on this one. The overall vote on it is asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if anyone's going to be the asshole, I would say it was her. But like, I don't really think that she's an asshole. She's also mourning, and that's what she did to like make herself feel like
better.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to point out. The comment, I told him that it was Thomas's money and not his, and it deserved to go to Thomas. She's clearly still holding on to this idea that it's Thomas's money, even though Thomas is not there. Mm-hmm. She's clearly going through it. A mom just lost her child. Like that is unimaginable grief. No mother or father.
How long after did he ask for the money? Was it right after?
About 2 months. So,
okay.
Which, yeah, it might be considered early, but like he died right after they graduated high school, and there's only 3 months, sometimes even shorter before you go from, high school graduation to college, especially if they're in the States.
But it makes sense that she was ultra like
taken aback by it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's an edit. Some people are confused about the way I worded things. Here's a better explanation of the money. We had 2 separate accounts for the boys. Each account had $100K in it. That's $100K. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that weird. After Thomas passed, Sam still got the $100K he always knew he'd get. Mm-hmm. He just didn't get the additional $100K from Thomas's account. We never took money away from Sam.
Yeah.
We just didn't give him extra money that he wouldn't have had if Thomas had been alive. Mm-hmm. So top comment on this one. Comments kind of pop off too. Mm-hmm. You're the asshole. Although I'm sorry for your loss. Your living son is grieving too. Mm-hmm. His life was forever affected by his brother's loss. You could have supported him and made it easier by helping him financially, and instead you made it clear that his brother's memory is more of a priority to you. Surely, Thomas would have wanted that money to help his brother.
Yeah.
If I was your remaining child, I would have been so heartbroken.
Yeah.
Edit to all the people saying it's a ridiculous amount. This was not party money. It's not money the living brother is going to spend away on luxuries, cars, houses. This is a college fund. The money goes and alleviates the stress of taking out loans.
So, I mean, he's a lawyer, so he had to go to not just undergrad,
A lot of
clearly.
school.
Yeah.
Not a
It's
school.
A lot of money.
Yeah, they go on just basically saying my judgment is based purely on the fact that their living son is hurting too, and it will probably affect the rest of his life. Any kind of support and stress relief could help him in a better place, and not taking out loans seems to be a really fair desire to have after losing your literal other half.
Well, especially when it's right there, it's not like,
No.
it sounds like they're wealthy enough. I definitely did not have $100,000 to the side for me. So it's like, it probably was just hard when it was like, it's right there. And like we said, Thomas would probably have wanted him to have that money. And
Yeah, exactly.
and I think what a good thing would be is to like split it, like,
I think that would have been the best solution.
yeah.
I think she just like wanted to prove a point. Like, this is Thomas's money.
Yeah.
Like, she was hurting.
But that's what I'm saying. If it was Thomas's money, what would he do with it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, what she did with it was a really kind and amazing thing to do. She gave it to charities that were helping prevent other people to go through what she went through.
Yeah.
So it's like, and what they all went through, not just her.
No, I know. It just like, I think in the moment, the way she said it, if it were me, I would have felt very disregarded.
Yeah.
Like, you care more about my dead sibling than helping me.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what this commenter pointed out. Next comment goes, if I'm reading this right, they gave him $150,000 and they're an asshole for not making it $250,000. Really? Which,
They gave him 150.
so they gave him the $100K and then $50K for law school.
Oh,
Which, yeah, is a shit ton of money.
it's a good point.
But I think
Yeah.
with that being said, like, obviously not everyone has that privilege. Like, to have,
It's just because it was right there.
yeah, to have that kind of money, like, for your college fund, like, that's kind of otherworldly to me.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have help with college
100%.
at all. Like, I took out all my loans, clearly. So, like,
Yeah.
that's just, like, unimaginable for me to have that assistance. But that's a certain level of privilege.
Right.
So, clearly they have money. So, if they're putting $100K in each kid's college fund, like, you don't know if that's, like, going to Starbucks for them.
Right.
Like, in the scheme of their life, like, what is $100K? Especially if they were willing to give them then $50K more.
Right.
But, like, we just don't know. But
Yeah.
that is a good point. They did give him a lot of money, but
Yeah. But I mean, it's, I think it's more the principle. It's just like, it was there and it was something that he probably thinks my brother would have wanted me to have. And that you're just like, nope.
yeah.
That's hard. Yeah.
Especially-
but that is so crazy. Like, what do they do? That is so much money to like have saved up.
I know.
I mean, my parents helped me with college, but like that is, oh yeah. And it's so much money. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, and he's hurting, and I can't imagine even going to freshman year after you just lost your brother a couple months ago. Like, I would have needed a gap year or
Same.
two. Like,
Same.
so I like look at the stress too, where he's like, he's grieving, he's trying to be a freshman in college, which is already difficult enough, then taking out loans, potentially having to work to afford it. It's a lot to put on an 18-year-old child.
Yeah.
A couple other top comments. I don't think they're assholes for not giving the money. It's the way they lashed out at their son that's so awful. They worded it in such a bad manner. That's the asshole part.
Yeah.
Someone goes, let me ask, if you were reeling from your son's death and the body wasn't cold and your other son asked for his money, would you feel happy/elated or pretty pissed off that your sons, their brother's funds, were more important to the other twin? And someone replies to that and goes, I think it's unhealthy that she had an emotional attachment to the money, which is a tool to help the kids get through college debt free. If one child passed, I wouldn't hesitate to move that money to the others. It's not like he asked for his clothes or his room or his bike or his car. It was cold, hard cash. Much less emotion there.
Yeah.
Edit, I don't even see college savings as belonging to one kid necessarily. In my opinion, it's this is what the pot is. It's being split between the kids situation. Money for education is a tool to help your kids get a leg up in life, not some trinket or monument. There's a lot of comments on
So
this
how
one.
is she going to resolve this with her son, who's clearly still very hurt?
Yeah, I think whole family should seek some therapy.
She didn't do an edit or a follow-up?
I'm going to look at her comments now. So there's not really a lot of comments. There's one where she clarifies kind of the two separate accounts again, but there's one that is different. So someone goes, info. If your son decided to change to a much cheaper and less pretentious college, and it was only for financial reasons, would you have supported this decision? Or would you have tried to convince him to stay at the Ivy League school? And OP goes, it's hypothetical, so we'll never truly know. But because Sam was getting ready to leave for college when Thomas passed, he already was planning to take out student loans. It wasn't like I withheld money from him. He still got his 100K. He just didn't get Thomas's as well because he was already planning to take out loans to cover what the 100K didn't cover. And I wanted Thomas's money to go to the charities. And someone
The husband thought.
I know. Someone goes, in your grief, you made a choice to support a charity in the name of your dead son instead of ensuring a better life for your living one. While I understand your choice, I can't say I agree with it because your living son also experienced a great loss. But it could have been a wonderful gift from his dead brother to be able to go to school without debt while dealing with his grief. Could also have been split, a sizable donation to charity and a great help to your son.
Yeah.
Which is what they should have done.
100%.
Realistically.
And also, I mean, did she do her research on the charities? I just...
So, that is a good point.
There's just some that you just... Yeah.
That is a very, very, very good point you make. Someone basically commented that, though, and they're like, honestly, you just donated 100K to the charity's CEO's salary.
That's so
like,
sad.
Sadly,
yeah.
like, if you look, and this is what's, like, really sad, I think, about nonprofits, or, like, not sad, but I guess just, like, kind of a flaw in the nonprofit world, is, like, you can have a nonprofit company, but you can still have, like, the CEO making millions.
Yeah.
Because that's their salary.
That's so crazy.
Like,
yeah.
It's not like a going off the average salary. It's like they can name their salary, and because it's a nonprofit, they're tax exempt. Like that, to me, is just kind of fucked up. And like if you look at a lot of the biggest nonprofits, like the CEOs are getting millions and millions of dollars. Millions. And they're supposed to be charities. How can you justify taking money for your own salary when it should be going to support those good causes? Like, it's kind of sick. Kind of sick.
It's wild.